right, let's get you the latest updates regarding the Ketan Agarwal murder case. The investigation into the alleged murder of Realtor Ketan Agarwal has now taken a fresh turn after police reportedly recovered deleted chats from accused Siya Goyal's mobile phone. The conversations are now being examined as part of the ongoing probe. Apart from this, according to investigators, one of the recovered chats actually shows Siya asking a friend to send both sides of her Aadhaar card so that tickets could be booked for a wedding. The conversation allegedly reads, and I'm quoting here, Aadhaar card front back भेज दे, for wedding tickets जो होने नहीं वाली पर फिर भी भेज दे. Send me the photos of the front and back of your Aadhaar cards. It's for booking the wedding tickets, but the wedding will never happen, but send it away anyway. Now, the friend later replies that the document has already been shared on WhatsApp. Well, joining us on the broadcast will be my colleague Shweta Verma, who has more information on this. She's been tracking all the latest developments regarding this case over the past week. Shweta, if I can come to you, this is a fresh turn that this entire case has now in fact taken, and we are learning that these chats, these personal chats of Siya will also be under examination now.
Right. In fact, as per the fresh developments, the investigators have retrieved the deleted conversation between Siya and Ketan Chaudhary, and as per this particular chat, police is trying to ascertain this chat on Snapchat was done by Siya Goyal, and she was talking to whom, which friend of hers was involved in this particular conversation. Having said that, clearly one can understand from the conversation how confident accused Siya Goyal seems here that the wedding would never take place. Apart from this, we also are learning at this point of given time is that the investigators, while they took the devices of Siya Goyal and Ketan Chaudhary for further examination, and they have recovered the deleted data. However, it's been seen that the digital trace of the DO is also under scanner, so that police can produce this before the court as concrete digital evidence.
Absolutely. I'll request you to please stay on with us, Shweta, as we track some more breaking news coming in. Police are now analyzing the chats to understand the context of the conversation and whether they provide clues about the accused's plans before or after the alleged murder. The recovered messages are part of the deleted data that investigators recently retrieved from the mobile phones seized during the investigation. Police had earlier informed the court that they had found conversations in coded language and were examining them to determine whether anyone else was involved in the alleged conspiracy. So, Shweta, obviously this is something that the police has been pushing forward for the investigation of these personal chats. There were also allegations that some of these chats were in coded language and that the police need some time and the custody of both the accused in order to examine these conversations that had taken place to see if this was a premeditated murder or what actually the plans were.
Well, that's right. In fact, now the investigators are also trying to understand that how this particular murder which was executed was pre-planned, and since when the planning was happening and how many people were involved. And having said that, we have also seen both the accused are being sent to judicial custody for 14 days. Yesterday, the judicial remand was given to the accused Siya Goyal as well as Ketan Chaudhary. While their advocates, the defense counsel, stated before the media that police have not recovered anything substantial and the accused are only being taken into custody on the part of the FIR that has been done by the complainant, that is the family of Ketan Agarwal. Having said that, the defense counsel also stated that they are deciding their future legal course of action, how they are going to proceed with this particular case. But as we speak, the investigators are keen to collect the data as much as possible that could be substantial enough to produce this particular case before the court.
Shweta, I also want to understand from your perspective, because you've been tracking these developments from the ground since day one. The police and the authorities have obviously conducted, 2 rounds of, reconstruction of the crime. They've also sought more custody time for both the accused. At what stage currently is the probe at?
You have asked a very valid question here. At this particular stage, the investigation is on very critical level, we can say. Now we have been seeing that since past 10 days, police is trying to collect the circumstantial evidences. That is the reason why not once, in fact twice, the crime scene recreation was done at the very spot at Lohagarh Fort. Apart from this, the forensic team has also recovered the deleted conversation of Siya and Ketan. Apart from this, the police is trying to connect piece by piece all the dots. Remember, giving evidences is not only enough before the court. It has to be very particularly attached to the accused. Very concrete, evidences should be produced before the court so that it becomes admissible before the court. There are certain points where the evidence can lead or cannot lead whether the crime has been committed by these accused. Having said that, the evidence should be so stern and so correct in nature that it should be admissible in court. So as we see, the investigators are carrying out this investigation, and it is at very critical stage to understand that what more important evidences do police collect with regards to Ketan Agarwal case. Very importantly, since beginning we have been telling to our viewers that how difficult it becomes for the investigators to move with this case, because there were no CCTV cameras, no eyewitnesses, and nobody has actually seen the crime taking place at Lohagarh Fort. So clearly now police, on the basis of the circumstantial evidences and the data that they have collected, piece by piece, they are going to make this as a very concrete case before the court.
In fact, I want to bring the viewers' attention to some of these chats that have been brought to us over here, and we have to understand that these chats will be used as evidence by the police. That's why they are in fact investigating this. So let's in fact take a look at these images that have come to the fore. These are actual chats, and this is what we have in fact also shown to you. In fact, and this is Siya Goyal. This looks like Snapchat a conversation that has taken place, and over here you can see that she has written Aadhaar card front and back. Please send it forward for the wedding tickets, which will not take place, but still send it across. You can also see that the person has replied that yes, I'll send it on WhatsApp. But remember that why we are bringing this conversation forward right now for you is this particular image that comes right after this entire conversation, and you can see on your screens right now, this is Siya's image. So Siya has sent across this photo to this particular friend, and she has also said that Maggie is very good. She ordered some more, but what's more important is right next to the food item is a vape, a smoking instrument that is in fact used a lot these days. And remember why this is important is because Siya's mother has been of this opinion, and she's made statements that Siya does not drink, Siya does not smoke. However, we can clearly see that this is in fact where we can see a vape right next to the bowl of food which Siya has sent a photo of. So this is a part of the conversation that was happening with Siya and her friend, and over here clearly you can see there is a vape machine present. So this is in sharp contrast to what Siya's mother has been stating, that obviously my daughter does not smoke or she does not drink. And we clearly have seen other videos that have surfaced on social media where we can see that we actually have seen Siya with a alcohol bottle in hand. We've now seen images on this personal conversation where we can see a vape right next to the bowl of food that Siya had sent to her friend. Let me go across to my colleague Shweta Verma for more on this. Shweta, we've seen that Siya's parents consistently have been making statements that their daughter does not smoke, their daughter does not drink, but on the contrary, social media is flooded with images and videos where we can see Siya with an alcohol bottle in hand. Over here in this particular conversation as well, on Snapchat, we can see the photo that Siya sent. It has a vape. All right, I believe we've lost the connection over there with my colleague. Well, we move on to some other breaking news coming in at this hour.